welcome back to the channel. I am Zach, the host here on the Yo Bro Nation YouTube channel, and this is your, listen closely, spoiler review of Spider-Man No Way Home, a movie put out by Sony this year. In fact, I just watched it not too long ago. I'm filming both of these back to back. You guys go to the link right up there. That is the link to the previous review, my non-spoiler review. So if you haven't seen this movie yet, click on that, watch that video, go watch the movie, and then you guys can come back and you can watch this, for those of you who want to do it. But this is, again, a spoiler review. Spoiler review. I'm going to stress that. But before we get into that, like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and you can get updates on all our new and upcoming videos, because I got so many of them coming. Matrix is coming up this week. Like I said, I already got my Spider-Man No Way Home non-spoiler review. That is up on the channel, so you guys can go check that out. What is it? I got Jingle All the Way. That was posted. I believe it's going to be posted if it hasn't already. All that stuff, you guys can go check it out. A Christmas Story is going to be this weekend. We're going to go to some other MCU movies on Friday. You guys can watch that. I think it's Captain America and the Avengers. Those are going up. So this movie and everything, so great. Jam-packed week full of movie reviews. I can't freaking... I'm so excited. So, yeah, I'm going to do spoiler reviews. This isn't necessarily going to be a review as much as it's just going to be talking about what I really, really liked about this movie. Because I honestly, there was very few things that I didn't like about the movie. And I kind of touched on that in the actual non-spoiler review. Like Lizard being in the movie, Dr. Connor's Lizard. I think he was the weakest of those villains. Didn't seem like he really had much to do. I think he was one of the weakest things. Some people may say the nostalgia shit was too much for them. I totally fucking disagree. This is my favorite Spider-Man MCU movie that is currently out. That has been released up to this point. I think they're going to do more. Amy Pascal said they were planning another trilogy. Sony said, no, we're not. But the way this movie ended, I think that they are, just based upon that. Fuck it. Give me 3 more Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. My God, Tom Holland as fucking Spider-Man in this movie was great. Was great. This was his best performance as Spider-Man. This is the most Spider-Man I have felt that he's ever been. Whether it be Peter Parker or otherwise. It felt good from start to finish. Just, from him being caught and him swinging around the city with MJ and him just trying to get away from people because, you killed Mysterio. No, Mysterio was not in this movie. There were some cameos, some big cameos. Obviously, Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx. People knew they were going to be in the movie. I want to talk about one that no one in my theater even reacted to. But I knew who it was. Charlie Cox is in this movie. Charlie Cox is in this movie as Matt Murdock from the Daredevil series. I got so excited. I was like, he's in this? Like, I had heard rumors that he would be. Lots of people with rumors that he would be. And no. He denied it. Everyone denied it. But he's in this movie. It's only for a little bit. Just like one scene. He was actually the lawyer for Peter and got Peter off from his criminal charges. But yeah, Matt Murdock, Daredevil. He's a part of the MCU. And which makes sense considering episode 5 of Hawkeye was released just this past week. And spoiler, if you haven't seen that movie, Kingpin's in it. So I'm wondering if we're not going to see Daredevil at some point pop up and do stuff It's exciting. It's exciting. Kingpin's a part of the MCU. I guess that makes the whole freaking Netflix series of shows canon. At least Daredevil is. That's great though. So yeah, Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, was in the movie for one scene, and he catches that brick, and Peter looks at him, and everyone's like, "Whoa, how'd you do that?" He goes, "I'm a really great lawyer." And I'm like, this is great. I'm so fucking happy. It was great. That to me was, that's the one I geeked out over the most, which is funny considering the other cameos that you got in this movie. So I'm just going to jump into that right now. Like I said, there's no chronological order to what I'm going to actually talk about. I'm just going over spoilers, what I liked about it, a little more detail on what I liked. I talked about cast chemistry. 3 in particular. I'm talking about all 3 Spider-Mans. Seeing all 3 of them, no, they didn't do the whole finger point thing, but man, was it fucking great when they were around each other. The emotions that they were able to evoke, being able to lean on each other because they all could relate, especially for poor Peter, because, spoiler, Aunt May dies. Aunt May gets killed by Green Goblin, which I'll get back into the Spider-Man stuff in a second, because now that I'm talking about it, like, that was such an emotional scene. You know, her trying to save Peter as he's about to be killed by Osborn Goblin, and her getting hit with his shit. With his glider. The fucking thing has blades in it, right? And she dies, and Peter's reaction to that, because first she's like, "Oh, it's okay, got bumped, get back up." But then she falls, like, I'm just trying to catch my breath. And you notice a lot of blood. Yeah, they actually showed blood in this movie. PG-13? Yeah, blood. And it just, oh my god, it was so gut-wrenching. Peter's reaction where he's like, "You're going to be okay, Aunt May. We're going to get through this. We're going to keep going." And then she's just gone, and he's just like, "What are you doing? Like, come on, say something." Like, he was not processing this. And God, that was so gut-wrenching and sad. Like, they said this movie was emotional, and it is. Like, for the most part, it's a fun movie. It really is. It's a really fun movie. And, like, holy shit, man. Like, that was so sad. And then they're trying to find Peter, and then you see Andrew Garfield come through, which was like, that's so great. He's like, "I'm looking for your Peter," actually, because they got there too, and they're just like, "We need to find him. We don't know where he's at, but we know he's here somewhere." And then they get Toby, and it's like, that's all you can say because it's so fucking awesome. And then they track down Peter, and the first thing you see before they do any of the stuff, like them meeting each other, was not like this, "Oh my god, you're so cool." What? It was more of a, he's just like, "Look, y'all gotta go home. I quit. I don't care no more." And then the way they're like, "Look, I lost Gwen. He lost his Uncle Ben. His friends died." Like, they connected on a level. And then the fun shit happened. I appreciated that. The way they were able to talk to Peter. It's like I said, before they even showed up, you get MJ and Ned hugging. Oh my god, that was so emotional. Because you see Peter just sitting there. This is after you see him just watching in the rain, watching as he's being told he's the cause of this. And then they show up and they hug him and he just breaks down. Like I said, this was his best performance. I'm tearing up thinking about it because it was really that emotional to me. It was that good and that emotional. That was some good shit. This movie had some heart and it was so emotional. Especially in that scene, which he's breaking down and they're hugging them and you feel that love. You feel that love that came from them. And then you get the Spider-Mans and they come in and they support him. Then you get their awesome fucking chemistry because you get to see not one Peter Parker figuring shit out, but 3 of them. And you keep getting, Andrew Garfield talking about, least favorite, blah, blah, blah. Like, taking shots at himself. Shit that's been said. And, like, they're beefing him up. Like, no, you're amazing. You're great. Say you're amazing. And how they complimented him. Like, literally, it's almost like they're like, look, we know you're not the favorite of everyone, but we think you're fucking great. And I was not the biggest fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but seeing him back playing that character again, I had such a bigger appreciation for him. I'm like, damn, you know what? He really was good. And I don't want to say it's because of the already, like, fulfilled feelings that I had from watching this. I legitimately was like, damn, I miss him. And then Tobey Maguire, again, the OG Spider-Man, God, that was great. He's a much older Spider-Man. Like, he's lived some years. He even says at one point, I've been stabbed. Like, what? You've been stabbed? Well, fuck, dude. You got stabbed in the spine and you're still moving. All right. Watching them geek out because he's got biological web shooters, like, coming out of this. They're like, what? Like, and the way they go about it, he's like, look, come on, guys. I don't want to talk about that. That's, like, weird. Like, oh, no, we totally understand. But, like, it just comes out of your wrists. Does it come out of anywhere else? He's like, nope, just the wrist. They're like, oh, okay. Like, they're geeking out over the fact that, they have to use web cartridges and he gets to have it come out. And that's kind of like, because people took a shot about that. That's the one thing people didn't like. He had natural web shooters rather than the cartridges, which was supposed to show Peter smart. But they used the other Spider-Mans to put that over. Like, oh, that's so cool. We're jealous that you get that. Now we have to do this. Like, I see what you're doing there. Bravo to you guys. There were so many things. They're seeing them work together and just going after one after the other. Seeing them in those suits, it was so good, man. And you get all this amazing stuff. And then you get, like, Aunt May dying. Doctor Strange gets locked up in the Mirrorverse, and because Peter actually gets, beats him. Peter feeling bad. That was the whole crux of this, was Peter learning to just grow up and accepting, hey, I can't do this. Because, first it's, look, I don't want people to remember me, because he felt bad because MJ and Ned were being punished for knowing him, for being his friends. They weren't getting an MIT, and he's like, I just want to fix this. Going to the extent that Peter going to the bridge to talk to this lady who could talk to the board and everyone, the scholars up there, and try to fix this. Peter was more concerned about his friends, and he tried to do the right thing, and it turned out him doing the right thing worked out. That's why, again, I said he was the best Spider-Man he's ever been. Just this movie, top to bottom, was so good. And it wasn't like any super big surprises, huge things. You get a post-credit scene that's got Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock / Venom. He gets zapped back to his reality after only being there for a little bit. He's talking about the Avengers and his mind is all blown. Like, what? Like a purple guy and then the Hulk? And you hear Venom in the background. You thought the Dark Avenger, whatever, was a dumb name. Like, I fucking love that shit. That was probably one of the best parts of the movie, even though it was super short. But, like I said, they leave it open to definitely saying, oh yeah, we're going to do more of this. And what do they leave? Just a little bit of Venom left behind. Just the tiniest little bit, and it moves. And you're like, oh, that's how he's going to get the black suit. That's how it's going to happen. I don't know if that's what they're going to do in the next one. Could be just be a tease. Maybe they don't do another Tom Holland movie. Maybe they do something completely different. Maybe they jump into a Miles Morales. The multiverse is open now in the MCU. They could do literally anything. And you get a whole bunch of Easter eggs. Like, you can see Scorpion and Rhino and all these people coming through towards the end when fucking Green Goblin fucking destroys that box that Doctor Strange made to contain this spell. And you see them all starting to come through, and you're like, oh my god, fuck. Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, this would be cool. And you're like, damn, that's really fucking awesome. And
I don't know. That was really awesome. There's just so much that happened in this movie, and it didn't feel like 2.5 hours. It honestly, it didn't. It felt super short, and that was pretty cool. So, and there's a lot of things I could talk about that happened in this movie, but at the heart of it, it was about Peter growing up, and then seeing the other Spider-Mans was icing on the cake. It really was. There was the small trailer, I guess you could call it, for Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. So we know we're not done with the multiverse yet. I think what happened in this movie is going to have a ripple effect. We know Wanda's going to be in it. We're going to see the bad Doctor Strange from the What If series. He's definitely in it. So that's a huge spoiler if you saw this. So I don't think that's going to be in the real trailer. But that is just... But the worst part about this movie is Peter sacrificing himself. I didn't talk about this, obviously, in the non-spoiler because it's a big spoiler. He goes with the spell that not where just people forget that he's Spider-Man, but no one remembers Peter Parker. Happy doesn't remember him. MJ, Ned, Doctor Strange. No one's going to remember who Peter Parker is. He still exists. He's still Spider-Man, but no one remembers Peter Parker. He's a clean slate. He's in his own place, and he goes to see MJ after this big emotional scene of, I will find you. I will tell you who I am. We'll talk about it. I'll find you. And he goes to her, but then he's like, he doesn't go through with it because he can see that she's got hope, and he lets her go. And he goes into his apartment. He's got a scanner. He's going to work on his GED. And you're like, God dang, man. This is great. This is fucking great. And it did. It left a door, and he makes himself a new suit because, he got rid of the one that Tony was letting him use, a much more vibrant blue with the red. And it looks really awesome. It looks really good. So, I know I'm running along on this one, but it was so good. I loved this movie, man. I'm not even going to lie. I loved it. I give this movie easy a perfect 10 out of 10. It was awesome. And talking spoilers fresh after the movie, like I said, there's so much that happens, but it's all got purpose to it, and it's all good. And they cure all these guys so they can go back to the universe, and they don't have to be killed by their Spider-Mans because they're cured. That's awesome. For a second, I thought Tobey Maguire was going to die. I was like, no! Don't you fucking do that to me. But, oh God, just one more thing. Seeing them, Alan said this. He's like, did anyone else cry when you saw Tobey Maguire? I was like, fuck yeah. I was so emotional. There's so many emotional scenes. Emotional. Fucking funny. It was everything. This is everything. Anyone who says this movie was not good is just bonkers. Don't listen to them. This movie was A+. A++++. I loved it. I loved it. But I'm going to stop ranting. I'm coming up on almost 19 minutes. So thank you guys for watching this and watching the other one. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's bravo. Bravo to Sony. This is their last Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. It's great, but I don't think it will be. I loved it. I can't praise the actors enough. The chemistry, Ned, MJ, all of them. Zendaya is fucking amazing. I used to think she was just some girl who played on a stupid Disney show dancing, and she has showed me she's a fucking fantastic actress. Really, she is. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Have a great holiday season. Matrix, that's Wednesday night sometime, early Thursday morning. I'm having a Matrix review. I can't wait for that. It's so good to be back in the movies. But you guys, have a great night, day, whenever you're watching this. And stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Have yourselves a great day. And remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, join the nation. I'll see you guys later.